textbook example of how to make the wrong decision.
I want to know how to file a complaint. I'd like to know how to file a complaint. How you go about filing a complaint?
Our investigation tested more than 30 law enforcement agencies in 5 counties.
When it's on video, you can see for yourself and evaluate, is this cop a nice guy?
Former police officer Diab Kamau crusades against cop abuse. He's witnessed it firsthand. Here, Long Beach, California cops arrested him in 1989.
Hands on your head, turn around!
He's tested cops from coast to coast, and now Houston.
I want to know how you go about filing a complaint.
Here's the Houston area report card. 6 departments earned outstanding ratings. 15 were satisfactory. More than a third received below average reports, with 10 receiving unsatisfactory marks and this city failing.
Well, I'm not saying that you're going to be arrested, okay? It's getting pretty close, no. I didn't say it was. I said it's a possibility.
This is the city of Santa Fe, a community of about 8,000 located along Highway 6 in Galveston County. You're listening to our expert and Santa Fe Sergeant David Thomas.
So I'm asking you who you are to identify yourself to me. Okay, I don't want to do that, but does that mean I get arrested for not telling you who I am? And it's called field ID.
Legal experts tell us that's not accurate, a clear mistake, but not the biggest one Sergeant Thomas would make on this night.
I step outside, and it was sideways from that point forward. He started grilling me.
What I'm asking you is who you are, your name. Okay, well, I just would like to leave.
At that point, our expert walked away. He fully believed the test was over, the interaction complete. He walked from the front of the police department about a quarter mile up here to Highway 6. He was expecting to be picked up by an unmarked news vehicle. But instead, he was greeted by flashing lights and a return visit from Sergeant Thomas.
We're trying to help you out. I don't want any help. Right now, it's like I'm being harassed. Now, I don't want to answer any questions. I'm not doing anything but walking.
And they start all over again, asking basically the same questions they asked me at the door. And at this point, I felt it was retaliation.
I'm under arrest for what? Number 1, failing to ID. Number 2, walking on the wrong side of the divided highway. You can be arrested for that? Yes, you can.
What happened is attitude. They wanted to make me pay for testing the integrity of their process.
He was arrested for failing to show his identification and walking on the wrong side of the road. Cuffed, he was put in the squad car and taken to the police station.
You wish you had a seat on the bench for me?
You're looking inside the processing room of the Santa Fe Police Department. Here, the officers questioned, fingerprinted, and photographed our undercover tester. The arrest report lists the charge: walking on the wrong side of the roadway, and the time of arrest, 2:50 a.m.
How you doing? Chief Cook.
Hi, Chief. Tony Kopolewski. How are you?
He remained under arrest until after 3 a.m. when Santa Fe's chief of police reassessed the decisions of his officers.
He was arrested?
Yes, he was arrested.
Handcuffed?
And handcuffed. And put into the booking room.
For walking on the wrong side of the road?
Walking on the wrong side of the road.
Has that ever happened before in Santa Fe?
Not to my knowledge, no. Why that happened, I don't have the answer. Do I agree with it? Absolutely not.
So why did it happen? Was Sergeant Thomas simply overstepping his authority, or was there more to the dynamics of his decision?
Do you think your arrest had anything to do with your skin color?
Well, you know, I'm an African-American man, and I live in America, and I would be naive to say that race isn't a factor in all encounters with law enforcement. Maybe a smaller factor in some cases, but it's always a factor.
I'm asking you who you are.
I think this is a situation where an officer is crossing the line.
James Douglas is a distinguished professor of law at Texas Southern. He reviewed the arrest.
Do you believe skin color had anything to do with this arrest?
I think skin color had something to do with it. I think dress